is Boniface Mwangi. He's hardworking, fearless, driven by his values, and never afraid to speak truth to power. He can be difficult, stubborn, even a pain in the ass sometimes. But to us, he's also just dad. He was born in Taita Taveta, a county where most of the land was stolen, and the locals were left as squatters while politicians mined and exploited what should have been the people's. His mother had 7 children, but poverty meant they could never all live together under one roof. He and his siblings were scattered between relatives.
When they moved to Nairobi in search for a better life, they hawked on the streets to survive. When they couldn't pay rent, they were thrown out, forced to sleep outside, often hungry. By 11, he ran away and lived on the streets. He sought bosses for food and handouts and briefly worked as a houseboy in Mombasa. Soon after, he was arrested and taken to court, not for a crime, but for being homeless. He was sent into the juvenile system and bounced between institutions meant to reform and protect poor children. Instead, he found corruption, abuse, and exploitation. Teachers forced boys to work on farms. Older ones sold drugs and bullied the younger ones. Against all odds, without books or even a library, he excelled, rising to the top of his class.
But success didn't shield him. When he spoke out against the abuse, exposing it to a government minister, the system punished him the only way it knew how, by expelling him. The story even made it to the newspapers. From the very start, standing up for what's right came at a cost. But he's never let that stop him.
In 2007, after the disputed election, our country was torn apart by violence. Over 500,000 Kenyans were displaced, and over 1,000 lost their lives. Our dad was there with his camera, documenting the brutality and standing shoulder to shoulder with the ordinary Kenyans demanding justice.
Through his photographs, the world saw what politicians wanted to hide. His courage earned international recognition, but more importantly, it gave Kenyans a voice.
Our dad fought tribalism and negative ethnicity. He didn't give us names from our Gikuyu community because in his ideal Kenya, your last name shouldn't define you. We have Zulu, Swahili, Arabic, and Luo names. Now nearly 20 years later, our generation is fighting the same battles. Young people are being shot, dragged out of their homes, and punished for daring to demand justice. The system hasn't changed, but we can.
We can break the cycle of corruption, break the power of elite and wealthy, and finally elect one of us, someone who carries the pain and hope of ordinary people to the State House.
I hope you'll consider joining my father and our family as it grows, because Kenya belongs to all of us, and it's time we, the people, took it back.